谢谢主席。
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chinese delegation would like to thank the Egyptian presidency and the Secretariat for their efforts in preparing this conference. This year, extreme weather events have been frequent, with severe damages in many parts in every continent of the world. Energy and food crises have hit the world one after another, and the climate action process is facing serious challenges. In this regard, multilateralism, solidarity, and cooperation have always been the way out of our predicament. The principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, the mechanism of NDCs, remain our inevitable choice to overcome the challenges. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Convention, and the Paris Agreement has also entered the full implementation phase. The COP27 has the important mission of safeguarding the consensus on the principles of the Convention and promoting practical actions by all parties. China has been actively responding to climate change with sustained and pragmatic actions. Not long ago, we just held the 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, which further strengthened China's determination to follow a green development path. No matter how much the external environment changes, and no matter how many challenges we face, China's firm determination to achieve its vision of carbon neutrality after reaching the carbon peak will remain, and its position of actively participating in global climate governance will not retreat, let alone change. According to our preliminary estimate, by 2021, China's carbon dioxide emission per GDP unit has dropped by a cumulative 50.8% compared to 2005. China's vigorous efforts in developing renewables has resulted in a total installed capacity of 1.12 billion kilowatts, helping greatly to lower the cost of renewable energy worldwide. We provide 85% of world's solar energy production. By this, we have made great contributions. China's active efforts in promoting transition to green transportation have led to the rapid development of new energy vehicles, the number of which has exceeded 10 billion, accounting for more than 50% of the world's total. From January to August of this year, 3.9 million new vehicles were added. The electric buses produced in China are already running in many countries in the world. China is also actively developing carbon sink, and both of our forest coverage and holding have increased for 30 consecutive years. We will plant another 70 billion trees in the next decade. Last year, China launched the biggest carbon trading market with a cumulative 190 million tons, with a trading value of 8.5 billion yuan. We will continue to implement the 1+N policy framework and to remain faithful to our goal of achieving carbon peak and carbon neutrality. Chinese government has also encouraged local government and the private enterprises to contribute to the response to climate change. And within the policy of One China, we have provided assistance to Taiwan to implement climate policies. Ladies and gentlemen, in the face of climate change, humanity should be a community with a shared future. China hopes that COP27 will focus on implementation, that the developed countries will take the lead in effectively scaling up their emission reduction targets and achieving carbon neutrality ahead of time, and that developed countries will achieve substantive results on adaptation and financing issues, which are of greatest concern to developing countries. We call on all parties to keep their promises and build trust and work together to promote the steady and long-term progress of the Paris Agreement. We hope that the developed countries will honor their commitment of $100 billion as soon as possible and put forward a roadmap of doubling adaptation financing to enhance mutual trust and synergy of action between the North and the South. We are ready to work with all parties to uphold multilateralism, to build a fair and reasonable global climate governance system with win-win cooperation, and make a greater contribution to the global response to climate change. Thank you for your attention.